Wow, look at this place. Holy Jesus.
It's like a cartoon.
It is. In there is the man
like...
that's making all the decisions that's affecting anybody. We've always had an idea of what America was, but through this trip and through this tour, we were getting closer to understanding what America was all about.
Actually is, yeah.
We've given a lot to this country, a lot to the build-up of it. We've added to the culture, we've added to the, you know, we've brought everything with us.
It's Irish blood in the veins of this country.
Yeah, well, that's it, for sure.
Running through it.
There's a huge difference in between what they want you to believe and what is actually happening. There's a huge divide there.
But it's surreal looking at that building now, after all what we've done. There's lots of stuff we want to ask. There's a lot of stuff I'd love to say.
Your journey forward has just started because this is America.
This is our idea of an American dream. To pursue your dream, you've got to work on it. That was our idea. If we keep working at it, then our dream will happen.
You know, to me, it's honestly to be able to do whatever I want with whomever I want without ever having to worry about money. That's the American dream.
Every man, every woman wants to be able to provide their kids with an education. They want to be able to protect them. They want to be able to give them something so that they're successful. To me, that's the American dream.
I didn't just want, oh, I'm going to have the great house and the car and everything. To me, it was about achieving what I think I was born to do.
You can pretty much still achieve anything in the U.S., although there are increasingly barriers to that.
It takes a lot of drive. You got to know where you want to go before you get there.
How much you put into this country is how much you get out of this country.
How can we not realize what we have and what we have access to, what we can do and what we can become?
Everybody that comes here and works hard and puts their time and their effort into it, they deserve a chance because this is America, man. This is America.
With an RV, they're not built to carry a band around.
The amount of miles that we did was incomprehensible. We actually travelled the circumference of the earth. I'm not surprised there was bits falling off it and stuff like that. The RV went on fire yesterday.
Based driving a dumpster.
The shrouds between the muffler and the propane tank, the welds on that.
That's our RV out there, recreational vehicle. I don't know why they call it that, because it's shit!
It should be known as an RV, it's a rubbish vehicle.
Yeah.
Yesterday we lost our AC, so we have no cold air.
I just don't have anybody to work on it that soon until Monday next week.
I will go ahead and put you in, that way he knows that you're coming in, okay?
Every day there was like this, I don't
Oil changes every 4,000 miles, propane went out, and the laundry, we had to change the sewage, the septic tank.
Yay, 6 a.m. in the morning. Now I get to be up, heading out for an oil change.
It just went on and on
it's
and
like,
on.
Every time you do this, it's like, oh, this something. You know what? You're not getting paid to do this, so do it.
Wow. Wait.
Lying on her bed, tries to remember his name. A victim of circumstance, victim of the game, and wears it down. Trying to keep him coming round, and I never understood the books.
Valid that shit box here.
Searching the answers for questions in her head. And things he never said.
We're in Baltimore,
Maryland.
yes, where the Star Spangled Banner was written. We basically rolled here. We freewheeled it downhill all the way to here.
We're working hand to mouth at the minute, so literally every gig that we go to now, we're depending on the money from that gig to get us to the next gig. Nobody was getting paid.
No.
We'd run out of money, we didn't have the funds to pay people, we didn't have funds for hotels, flights, everything was starting to fall apart.
We're down to sleeping in the RV, about 8 people in the RV.
Yeah.
Like, like a good immigrant. There's no other, if maybe hindsight and all that, bollocks. So now we're going to try and finish it with a smile on our face and no petrol in the tank.
I think we're literally going to get to New York like this.
Oh yeah, on our knees.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
we probably come up out of the Hudson, you know.
$1. Have $1.
God bless you all. All the best, man.
There's always people less fortunate than you.
Where the Declaration of Independence was written. Fantastic. And we were here right at 6 o'clock. I love it.
These give serious amount of hope for all sorts of races and all sorts of people from all sorts of countries. I always wonder, like, these guys and forefathers, what they would think of America today.
There's such a front put up against immigration now, and yet you have these people waving the American flag, you know, and they're not even from here.
It's like they're holding up we don't even have a $100 bill to hold up. I mean, the land of opportunity, I'm gonna rob that $100 bill.
We're getting educated as we're going along here. These moments in time, these historical events, buildings, places, that's given us, you know, a good idea of what America is built on. An interesting contrast between what was then to what is now. Rocky Balboa going 12 rounds up against all the adversities. It's the same as us doing this World Record tour.
He didn't do it in an RV.
He didn't do it in an RV, no.
We're in more pain than he ever was.
If anybody was to be looking from the outside and seeing what was happening to us, they'd say we'd never get there. But hopefully we'll prove them wrong, you know?
If we get knocked out by a technicality because we didn't fill a sheet in or didn't something, we know we've played 50 states, we know we've done 60 gigs, and we know we've done it in 40 days.
It's about the experience. It's about the learning along the road. It's about the meeting of the people. If we don't get the certificate, you know, so be it.
We have set the record, and for someone to break that, break our record. Do it.
Fills my day with love and laughter. Now the dreams come true. What might have been had I not found her? I'm really glad. Best days I've ever had. Baby, I'm really glad you made it soon.
This guy, he says, I work at a campsite up the road here. If you want, we can hook you guys up and you can stay here for a night or two if needs be.
I don't remember any of that. I arrived at a campsite and what are we doing here?
Okay, so we're making a s'more.
Browne needs to do it.
Hit me, man. What do you do here? Just heat it up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just put your sack on the fire.
Put this one on top.
On top,
Wait,
squeeze it, pull. So this is the first time I have a s'more.
Welcome to America.
Oh, Mom.
Probably just
Oh, that's a surprise, but it's lovely.
something you do.
Oh, come on! We only do this now! you're in another country, you're in America, and you see, oh, this is what they do. This is what American people do when they camp.
The spontaneity just gets me.
Our band is shit. Our band is shit.
I'm driving tomorrow 5 hours. In 6 hours.
I need another binge.
So, I mean, I'm gonna be fine.
More wine. You didn't see me. I'm the biggest man here. I didn't see you. I'm wearing a funny hat and I weigh about 260 pounds. He must be drunk. I cannot believe.
I can't believe the fucking red wine's gone. Where's that little bollocks? There he is there, look. Drank all the red wine.
No?
No?
Finished it.
My first recollection of music was sitting in the taxi listening to ELO all over the world, which still to this day has probably got to be my most favorite song in the world. And then I used to get so wrapped up in the song that I'd take a hairbrush and I'd be singing into the mirror, I'd be miming, and I'd get that enthralled in the song, I'd actually start crying. That's as true as God.
I got into it because you can get women playing guitar. It's very simple. No, I got into it. Steve, my brother used to have a... He was obviously 4 years older than me. He used to start bringing stuff home, and I heard Tin Lizzy and I heard Gary Moore playing, and I heard the noise of a guitar, and I was like, oh, that's just the business. My brother brought me down to see Tin Lizzy, and 2 weeks later I seen AC/DC, and I was like, that's what I want to do. It's the noise that when you're doing this stuff, that still kills me. Nothing else. It's just being able to do all that. So that's what got me into music, was playing guitar. And till this day, I'm still loving and trying to learn how to do that.
Get a rhythm, is what they're saying. Try to write a catchy song on reinventing yourself. Keep it slowly coming round. Couldn't see it, wood for the trees. Who'd have thought my little world would come and tumbling down. Keep it slowly coming round.
So Friday, we get to go home after 25 days on the road. I'm really looking forward to that, I have to say, because it's been fantastic and it's been great, but it's been shit as well.
Well, here we are in Boston, which is a major stronghold for the Irish, just mainly because it's one of the major ports that the Irish came into.
Ireland was ruled by England for 800 years. We rebelled against them. They tried to exterminate us. They attempted genocide.
The famine has its own stories. Everyone knows that there wasn't really a famine. We weren't allowed fish. We weren't allowed to have our own grain and all that sort of stuff.
They wouldn't let us grow crops. They wouldn't let us be educated. You know, all the ideas of the hedge schools. We had to do it in secret, teach ourselves.
They come from a place where they were denied so much that they really want to fully get that benefit of the American dream.
There's this dream about America where you can come here and you can literally be anything that you dream of being or hope to be.
It was very sad to have to leave your own country so you could actually just live.
Millions of Europeans left their homelands to settle in new countries across the seas. Almost 2/3 of them came to the United States.
There was a mass exodus in the mid-1800s when the famine hit Ireland, and over 2 million people left the country.
When America got its freedom from England, it had a great attraction for Irish people.
A lot of people obviously headed for the States, across in the coffin ships. It took 6 to 12 weeks. You'd have to beat typhoid and tuberculosis along the way. When they left Ireland and they got to the East Coast, they weren't the East Coast of America, they weren't welcome. It goes to show you how resilient the Irish people were, because they dug in and they were massively influential, particularly in the build-up of the fabric of society.
The Irish started in jobs like firefighters and police officers, jobs that other people didn't necessarily want to do, and they worked their way up into politics and became prominent figures in, a large part of the East Coast.
building this place, making it work, and being part of America. Like, they don't claim just to be totally Irish, they claim to be Irish American. And and they make this country better. And here's a brilliant sculptor.
Augustus St. Gaudens from Dublin.
His mother was Irish and his father's French.
This is a great example as to what Irish immigrants added or contributed to America.
It's amazing, like, you think we travelled across the country in an RV and we were moaning about it and doing it in whatever we did. These people carried in ships.
And so many people died at sea. One of the John Boyle O'Reilly, one of the great writers, said that the Atlantic Ocean was a bowl of tears. So it must have been absolutely horrendous to deal with. And not only that, but they'd come from hell, and then they came over here and still going through hell.
It's amazing when you read that still hurts today.
Yeah.
Still hurts. Somebody says to you, oh, so why should you go? Why should America let you in? Why should, like, have a fucking look, man. Read a history book. The sculpture is how we left it, and how we toured and toured and toured, and this is what this is where we are now.
So we're heading to New York tomorrow. This would be a nightmare to be driving around in New York with. So we're getting rid of it. Chad's driving it back. It's travelled for many miles, 14,000 miles, thereabouts.
14,000 miles, and Chad drove 16,000.
It's been a good servant. Would I travel in one again? I don't know.
Well, we know the brakes work. I thought the cooking was great, the dinners were lovely.
Yeah, we didn't use this once. We never thought we were going to get there, to be honest with you. We didn't think we were going to do it, you know? There's been so many unplanned happenings and turns and crannies, and yeah, there's been a lot of emotion here as well, you know, changing as we've been going along. And it's nice to get to the end of it. It definitely is, you know. Let's get rid of this bitch and roll out. When we're letting it go, a very poignant thing happened. Our driver was holding on to it, and then just before we were about to let it go, he slices his whole finger, you know? And at that moment, I went, you know what? This thing is fucking possessed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoa! Don't say it.
Yeah! Don't touch it.
No, I just barely felt it.
For all the failings of it, it still kept going. I mean, we could say what we like about it, but it got us through, and it got us there, you know?
Bye! Just stay in this
This world I'm in drags me down again. I'm changing, I'm turning, I'm changing. Blows me down again. Can't remember when there was a day wasn't raining, but it's who we are.
So here we are, folks, heading into New York. One way, straight into Grand Central Station.
And there she is there.
And it's just pulling in right now.
Our chariot has arrived.
This is our final state, our final city, and really excited.
Today is the day we break the world record.
Yes, he doesn't want anyone to know about her brand new friend. She went on it, I'll be there to show. Probably blows me down again. Walls are closing in.
And we were doing a Facebook Live thing, and I just went, well, folks, we're here. Here we are. We made it to Grand Central Station in New York City. This is our 50th state. This is the end of our journey. I love this city. It's fantastic. Looking forward to playing here.
But it's who we are, who we'll be. Time will sort it out, yeah. And down, talk to me. Tell me what it's all about. Yes, he doesn't want anyone to know about her brand new friend. She went on it, I'll be there to show.
McSorley's is the oldest continuously operating bar in New York City. It's always been owned by an Irishman. Same establishment, same spot, 164 years.
A landmark for every Irish person that has ever gone there. Cool, cool, cool place.
They treated us really, really nicely there as well.
Come in here, you've never seen us before, and it's like you're opened up and everyone's talking.
That's how this place is like a revolving door. The amount of people from all over. We have to tell them you don't even know who's in here sometimes.
This is where you used to come to get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, you meet everybody here. Us and the Clancy Brothers, isn't it?
Yeah, we're the only two bands I've ever played in.
We knew at that stage we were killing the record. This is amazing. This is a piece of the old sod at home. And you bring it over here and you have it as a tribute to our famine, what we went through, our people went through.
The biggest thing that anybody can do is to take a plunge into the unknown.
In Ireland, I think, anyway, you put 100% in, you might get 2% out. You put 100% in America, you have a chance of getting more out of it.
When you come to America, you literally have the ability to pull yourself out of poverty, get an education, and do anything you want.
America gave me the opportunity for me to believe that I can do what I want to do in this country, and I've done that.
I started as a dishwasher when I was 14 years old when I came here.
You know, we're really not taking anything away. We're doing the best we can to make it a great country because this is our home. This is where we live.
And you can be what you want to be here. You can fly our flag. You can sing our songs.
If you're willing to do the work, there's definitely you can do anything you want in this country.
You can be nothing one day and be a total hero the next day.
The possibilities are endless.
I've seen the lights on Broadway. I've seen it all. When running, when she called me inside the car, like Uncle Sam says.
Everybody's idea of America is Times Square, is the decadence, the over-excess, you can have anything you want, the possibilities, the opportunities. Realistically, it's only a small part of it because America's a huge place and it's really, really diverse. And we've been through all the states and all the rest of it, and it's just not, it's not what you see.
I felt so alone.
We bounced back, we made it, we got here, only because everybody gave a little bit of skin for this, People could have just easily have walked away, but they didn't, because they wanted to see it to the end, and nobody wanted to be the one that was going to break the tour.
Just up the road is Albert Lee is playing, and then you've got the Tonight Show, the Culver Show, you've got NBC, Wicked is playing.
Black Donnellys just played the Opry.
Black Donnellys just played the Opry. Just throw that in.
Yeah.
But Black Donnellys play today?
They did, yeah.
Where did they play?
In the Opry.
Oh, great.
Yeah. We'd had all our states done, but we didn't have enough gigs. So we needed every single gig from that point onwards. So the Iridium gig was really important.
But we didn't know we got the gig like 23 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
And I woke up.
We were asleep in the hotel.
Oh, yeah. And I had like a burst of mattress when I woke up.
We were getting ready and we were doing a gig at the Mean Fiddler. And he goes, uh-oh. I said, what's wrong? He goes, we're on stage in 20 minutes. I said, you're joking me, right? And it was like that, the Waffles ad, diddly, so it was like, oh. Have you ever been in New York City and had to get anywhere quick? It's not gonna happen.
Someone says America, this is the symbol.
This would have been the first thing that they would have seen as they came in, and the first realization this was their freedom.
They've made it.
But little did they know, only the troubles were only beginning.
Heartache was only beginning, which we'll discover on Ellis Island.
It's a game I don't like to play.
To get over here, you would want to be fairly desperate. 2 million people left Ireland. 2 million.
I remember the feelings I had as a kid.
5,000 people along with you. Then you're standing in line for at least 14 hours. Then they tell you you've got typhoid or some sort of disease, and now we're putting you in quarantine.
All the things will get better, better. Go and cry, baby, cry, 'cause there's nobody hurting you now.
Coming to America, going through the immigration system, jumping through all the hoops and all the rest of it. And it's as hard today as it was back then. You'd think things would have moved on, you know? The lessons of the Irish famine need to be constantly learned and applied until history finally ceases to repeat itself.
Go and cry.
Here we are on our last gig.
The iconic Arlene's Grocery.
We're here, we're alive, and we're all still together, and we've made the gig, right? So, no matter who the fuck is out there, we've done it.
It's just such a feel-good ending to it all. It seems like it's been a long time away when you mentioned the 5 weeks, but to us it's been a blimp. It's been like a. I haven't ever experienced that in this quick and this fast and this condensed and this surreal.
To a venue in New York, play it, and have the place full. A lot of people came that we hadn't seen in a long time, people who live in New York. It was a great, satisfying moment.
Jesus, it's warm in here.
Holy moly!
So that just about covers the 15 minutes as stipulated by the Guinness World Records, just to... we just broke the world record!
The moment of breaking a world record, and especially this world record, because this is the hardest, the actual idea that you've done it, and when you look back at the map and see all the stuff that you've done, we now are the only people in the whole world that have done this.
To measure success is really difficult. It's a very personal thing. And it's really great when you actually realise a dream.
We were so close to the edge of failing this and
we were past
stopping
the
it.
edge, man.
Yeah, we
hanging
got way beyond. We were hanging on by our fingernails.
We were hanging on by somebody else.
It's unbelievable. This whole thing. It's as if it was meant to happen. We're dedicating this song to everyone who has made their home, number one, in America, and secondly, for anybody else that has been away from home for a long period of time. Well, it's great to go out into the world and broaden your horizons, but when you try to get back home, you come back home, when life moves on, you don't feel like you're at home when you get back. And you don't feel at home when you're abroad because you're away from home. So you're left swinging in limbo, a dilemma. You're swinging in limbo, you don't know where you belong. Thank God we have alcohol. This is the way home, folks. Hope you like this. Somewhere in here, my heart holds the time for those passing years. In all of its glory and all my fears, fighting no ending and no frontiers. We learned a lot about the United States, a lot about the people, how welcoming and how friendly and how nice people are. We didn't see the media spun kind of America.
Just people. They're just doing the same thing that we do, that what they like doing. They want to work, they want to drink, they want to have good times, they want to get paid, and then just be themselves.
This is my home, and I've been away for far too long from my home. Coming back now, the bad feeling's gone from my home, where the love is, my home again.
The idea of this is my home is this perfect balance of I've brought what is dear to me to this new country, and I'm forging a new place that is home for the next generation to come, my kids, their kids.
America is the ultimate immigrant country.
We're all immigrants here in the United States, whether we've been here for 4 generations like myself, or whether we're just coming over now. This country was built on immigration.
If you ask the average person in the United States what their heritage is, most don't understand, most have no idea. But it's such a melting pot. We all have everything in us.
The melting pot is actually in America. It's no country in the world that has had more influence from everywhere around the world than America.
We come to this country because it's the only country in the world where you can really pursue anything you could ever have dreamed of.
I think the opportunities here are just, you know, you can't find anywhere else in the world.
This tour is about, this is my home. This is how difficult it is to assimilate in a different culture.
These guys coming over here and playing the music that they do from the country that they're from, when you get a chance to sit and talk to somebody from another country, you learn that there's not that big a difference between us.
America in itself is a country of inclusion. Everybody knows where they come from, but we all understand where we belong.